Hello Gemini, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is a monthly read for you for the month of July 2020. So it's a general reading for all Gemini to see what's on the cards for the month of July. But before we dive into the tarot deck, we need to consult the oracle. So I'll just do a quick oracle reading for you just to get an overarching look at the energy surrounding you at this time. So let's see what's on the cards. What does the oracle have to say to Gemini for the month of July 2020? What messages does the oracle have for Gemini for July 2020? What messages for Gemini for July 2020? Oops. What does the oracle have to say to Gemini for July 2020? Let's see. I'll take the middle pile. So let's see what we have. Patience. The trout lily, denoting patience. And you have gosh, about repel. There might be something you need to keep away from. Patience, repel, and connection with the foxglove. The lovely foxglove. Connection. That's two opposites. Something you want to connect with and something you need to keep away from. And certainly patience required in your endeavors this month. Let's see, Gemini. Let's see what, pardon me. Let's see what else is on the cards for you. What's on the cards for Gemini for the month of July 2020? What messages are on the cards for Gemini for 2020? What messages for Gemini for 2020? What's on the cards? What energies are around Gemini in this upcoming month, July 2020? Nearly ready. Let's see what we get. You've got Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck is Eight of Wands. Right, let's see. You've got the King of Swords, the Tower, and the Page of Cups has brought you to where you are. Your challenges this month are the Two of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Chariot. Your advice from Spirit is Temperance, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, And your final outcome of the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Three of Wands. Not bad at all. Right. Still a lot of worry. Dear me, Gemini, so you start the month feeling on the defensive, feeling under attack to some degree. It's like problems are coming at you from all sides. However, you are on higher ground. You are in a good position. Yet you are fretting and worrying. I think you forget how strong and resourceful you really are, and how pardon, and how dexterous you are in mind and vibrant in spirit, and how you could handle this, but you're worrying and fretting. I mean, here you have, in depicting the Nine of Swords, is a fox frightened in the night, but she's forgotten that the night is her element. Foxes operate at night largely. They're largely nocturnal, so it's a matter of having let things get you down. And that's understandable if you feel you're under attack from various angles, from, you know, not literally, it doesn't have to literally mean people attacking you, although for some I think you are being badgered, but it could also depict for others that it's just, you know, problems arising here, there and everywhere, and you may be letting yourself into a state of perpetual worry. You've got the ability to solve this problem. You've got the dexterity needed to solve these issues, but your efforts are not fully formed. You haven't come up with a solid working plan. You're still thinking and worrying. Rather than worry, aim for thinking, for problem solving. I'm also getting a sense that news could come your way that could bring aid in solving your dilemmas. Right, what's brought you here? When I look at the King of Swords today, I just think it's someone, I think for many of you, there's someone who has been an obstacle, who's provided, you know, barriers for you, who's put up barriers, who's not been flexible at all, and has created a lot of your issues. After a turbulent, unsettling event, you are still trying to pick up the pieces and master your emotions. I think you have been deeply hurt and toppled by someone who has really, you know, come at you with a double-edged sword, razor sharp, insults, words. They may have felt they were in the right. I don't normally have a negative feeling about the King of Swords, but when I'm looking at him today, I'm thinking that someone has really dealt you a heavy blow, caused some of you to leave your home and restart again. Now, this may be in a work environment for others, but you're still picking up the pieces of rather catastrophous event that has shaken your confidence and perhaps, you know, made you forget how strong and resilient you really are. I'm going to put the Repel card underneath the Sword of Kings because I think that is someone to keep a distance from. I really think that someone has repelled you in their insensitive and harsh judgment and actions towards you. But let's see what your challenges are this month, apart from recuperating from what was a devastating blow. Your challenge is to really gain control of yourself, to put yourself back in the driving seat of your life and move away from all this negativity. You're still feeling pretty trapped after this incident, this tower moment you've had. You're feeling that there is no clear way out and you're in a situation that you can't move forward with. The thing is with the Eight of Swords is the character is blindfolded, and the blindfold is fairly loose. It's a little bow there. You know, you can take that blindfold off and enable yourself to see the situation clearly. You're trapped now in a fairly negative state, battling to release yourself from this gloom and struggling to see things in a positive and clear light. That's your challenge. When we'll move further forward, we see how you can overcome that. And you also, I think there's a need for you're yearning for a partnership, whether it you know, you want to go in a working place that is, you feel you're supported and you're not working on your own, or whether it's for some others of you, you're sort of hoping for some sort of connection. You feel if you had someone you could rely on, someone who could be a soft place to fall, this would all be easier for you. Oh, and incidentally, this connection card has come up with the Nine of Swords, which in this particular deck is depicted by the little fox. Now the thing with the foxglove is the fairy queen made those flowers in mythology for the fox to put on his little paws so he could move stealthily, and it's just interesting to me. It's just jumped out at me that, you know, a connection may help you move beyond feeling so trapped and worried all the time. What else do we have? We have your message from Spirit. Temperance. I think handling this King of Swords, if he is still making an appearance in your life, and I certainly hope you've managed to repel him totally, to handle him with temperance. Keep him at a distance, but don't antagonize him any further. Be fair. Finding a solution, I think, is what the card is saying. Finding a solution that can help you work with people who are difficult, or situations who are difficult, and unyielding and uncompromising. The compromise comes from your side. And I see the temperance being like an energy healing balm in your presence. I think it's also saying certainly continue to work at solving your issues and on the daily grind, but temper that with a lot of me time, a lot of self-nurturing time, because this is what you need. I see with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands two interesting energies to put together. The Queen of Swords is, like the King of Swords, quite, I want to say blunt, but she's certainly not blunt, quite straightforward, forthright in her views. She's certainly someone who has suffered, and from that suffering she has gained wisdom, which she deals out fairly but without any tenderness. Whereas the Queen of Wands is energy of intuition, of excitement, passion, and is actually, as well as being charismatic, she's charming. So whereas she might say it like it is, she might charm you around to her way of thinking. And I think that's the temperance. Standing your ground and being firm, yet delivering that in an intuitively charming way. I don't want the word charming just here. It's sort of like in an intuitively diplomatic way. But all through this, do not compromise yourself at the hands of people who are treating you harshly and unfairly. So that's your advice from Spirit. It may require a lot of patience to work with people or situations that are difficult. And I feel with these energies advising you of the characteristics within yourself you need to draw on is patience as well. And that sits with the Temperance card very well. So you need patience, a lot of self-love, and holding your own, using your knowledge and wisdom of the situation to put your point across clearly and concisely without what's that word? My words are just not coming into my mouth today. Putting your point across clearly and concisely without compromising your needs, but doing so with charm and using your intuition, following your intuition on how to deal with the situation. Right? What is your outcome? Well, this is fascinating. Right up here you have the Two of Swords, and in direct line with it you have the Lovers. The Two of Cups. You have the Two of Cups and the Lovers linking in a straight line. This desire for finding some compatibility, some partnership, does seem to be answered and come to an alignment, a union, a getting together with someone in order to strengthen your position and pour into yourself, your soul, your situation, a balm of gentleness, and providing you, as I said, with that soft place to fall, that little bit of comfort that you need. And there is your connection. So there does seem, Gemini, that you will make an important connection with someone this month. You also have in your outcome the Emperor, success, achievement, having worked very hard in building an empire, But in your case, it's having worked very hard in rectifying a situation and rebuilding your life. You find yourself in a strong, secure, and stable position. You're victorious. You're no longer fighting. Arms are down, but you have the upper hand. You have the final say. And I see the red colours, they in this particular reading, for me, they donate a resurgence of your energy, a regaining of your sense of purpose and a sense of strength, a sense of self, back in your power. And the Three of Wands shows things begin to progress in the direction you were hoping for at last. You begin to make progress. You begin to feel the first results of progress regarding all the hard work you put in. So there you are, Gemini, an exciting connection, progress being made, and back in your power by the end of the month. So have a good one, and God bless you till we meet again.